And then see you. It's just me, or it's just Rich. I walked away. Okay. This is another test. We could have two mics, but why? Because it's already quiet in here. If my boiler running right there.
The furnace is running here, but it's fairly quiet.
Okay, so Warped Wing, Esther's Little Secret.
Yeah, this was the 2025 Christmas beer from Warped Wing. I have had it before, but I know you haven't.
And then this is the same thing,
but barrel aged, and costs about 6 times as much.
I'll say when you said if it turns out that we really like this, when you say go get more, are you talking about tonight?
No.
Oh, okay, good. Because we don't want Samantha to find that out because she wants me to go find her some Liney's.
They'll probably have some Leinenkugel over at the nearby convenience stores. And we got a Kroger too.
This is very special though. This is their stout. And evidently it's a stout that looks...
white stout?
Some kind of a white chocolate?
Yeah, I've actually had that and it's not bad.
That's what I cannot let her watch this. Because that's what... She's like, I've heard it's really good.
It is.
I don't want to have to go beer shopping
No, we don't want to go tonight.
And tomorrow, unless a gas station has it, I don't know what the hours are of your liquor stores, but I mean,
Are you getting back on 70?
Whatever that tells me.
If you're getting back on 70 to continue east, you'll be going right by an exit that has a Kroger about a block away. And Kroger has an outstanding beer selection. They probably have Leinenkugel.
All I can tell you is I am going to plug in that address in New York.
And let it take you where it takes you.
And then, yeah. Kind of
Doppelbock.
It kind of looks like a lie when they say it's a porter. And
No, it's not a porter. It's
and
a
it looks
Doppelbock.
like this.
So, cheers.
Wait a second, there's some pertinent information I should have given out. Caramel pecan weighing in at 8%. What was this one at?
It's probably the same.
10.7.
Oh, they
Now you're into
jumped it up a little.
Now you're into the matte category.
I've got some other stuff out there too that's pretty stout.
Now it could be just me.
I've got the 10% hop slams too.
We should review those because I haven't had one yet.
In Ohio.
I have not. I can be honest on that one. I have not had a hop slam in Ohio.
That's true.
Now my first impressions kind of smells like apple peels.
It's a different kind of a beer.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Thanks for the hospitality.
Glad to be of assistance.
I just had to shovel his driveway. Tomorrow I have to rake all the snow off the roof and something about lining a chimney. Cheers. Oh, God. Did you see that? My freaking lip stuck to the glass for a second. Oh, embarrassing. That's terrible.
It's got just, a hint of winter warming ale kind of spices in it, but not enough to be obnoxious.
Maybe that's what I smell. Like, okay, if that's the area where it tells us about it, I'm not reading that. Can you actually see that?
Yes, barely. Esther Price has a dream to open a store and share her handcrafted collections with the world in 1952. Esther Price is a chocolate company here in Ohio. The doors to her first store in Dayton, Ohio, swing open, and Esther's chocolates quickly became the Midwest's most beloved. Her secret: some things are better sipped than, I'm not sure what that word is.
Could they make the print any smaller?
It's pretty tiny. Esther's little secret caramel pecan doppelbock, swirling with chocolate, pecans, and a caramel goodness. What's your dream? Like I said, Esther does a collaboration with Warped Wing every year at Christmas time. They put some kind of her chocolate or candies into one of Warped Wing's beers.
This isn't the 2025 version of what would have been the 2024, and they do something different.
It's different every year.
That's cool. Oh.
I could have went and got my magnifying glass and read that a little bit more effectively, but I don't want to get up.
My magnifying glass is that. I use the camera more than I probably use my glasses.
So Winter Storm Fern didn't really slow you down much till you hit Indiana.
And it wasn't the storm that slowed me down. It was all the idiots. I mean, great. They're being cautious. I mean, 35 miles an hour and a 70 was just a tad bit more cautious than I wanted to deal with.
So obviously, you're not going to look at the comments on the last brew review during this one, right? Or
Did you leave a good one?
don't remember. My typical ones, probably.
Actually, now that you mention it, I can.
Yeah.
I believe.
And like I said, I've got more good beers out there in the garage if we go through these and are still thirsty.
Maybe not. I can't, because that phone has all of the accounts on it. The only one on this. Oh, wait a second. I don't necessarily have to be logged in as me, do I? Okay, never mind. Sorry, I blew up right there.
I could let you use mine, but it's logged in as me, not you.
Well, I just need to show up as me. That's the last time I did a review. I did it on the backup channel. That's why I found B&E so easily, because I did it. Okay, I've told enough people to do this. If you spell it out as one word. Okay. Oh yeah. Daddy did it.
The Captain one?
Yeah. The 2 days ago, the Apple Fest. Cheers. Yeah. Look at that guy. Okay, out of the way. What the heck is going on?
Oh, it's the wrong Captain. Here we go. Apple Fest. Okay, I found it. 2 days ago.
Well, I've never seen this before. Because it's in the dark theme, I can see everybody who left a comment, but I can't.
Oh, they're coming through fine on mine.
I must have forgot to pay my comment tab.
I can leave mine here so that you can see it. Or can you see your buttons to respond?
Yeah, look at that.
It's all dark.
Okay. Oh, ooh. Oh no, I thought that was two girls kissing. Okay, top. Twist.
You had 75 comments.
I did?
Mhm.
Oh, God.
I didn't make first again.
And go. Yeah, we're going to need more beer.
That can be handled.
Okay, smile money. Saying first, being first. Except for, I'll have to go back later on. Except they're not going to know about the club then, will they?
No. Think you can find your heart button in the dark?
Yeah, but I wasn't logged in as captain. I was just watching it like.
So this is a good practice for when you get to Maine.
No.
Do I need to send one of my laptops with you?
No. This is like your kitchen.
Yeah, this is a kitchen
He
chair.
has
It's not
like
super comfortable.
He has like suction cups attached to the bottom of the stools. So good luck moving it when
this is on carpet.
when my fat ass is sitting on it at the same time. Johnny.
If you need power, I can get you power too. I've got a power strip handy I was going to send upstairs to the bedroom with you.
Okay, that would be the same problem over there.
Do you want me to grab power strip? Or do you think your battery will hold up?
Let's see how long the battery will actually last. My problem is this thing's plugged in all the time, so I can kill a battery pretty fast. This is another thing at the time. I kind of wish I would have bought two of them. The next step is to peel that sticker off and hot rod it with Linux.
I can help with that too.
Well, you forget. I'm going to the Linux mecca. Between NIHAP and John, I don't know how much I'm going to get to see.
I've been running a business on Linux since 2002.
Oh,
I've got a little experience with it.
I might have questions for you. Because what scares me about switching that over to Linux, one of the things is I am going to lose things I've paid money for, like Corel, because I don't think Corel has catered.
There's a new thing called Winboat that will actually let you run Windows apps in Linux in a container. So it thinks it's running in Windows. I've got a trackball too if yours isn't working.
Okay, we're good. Right now, we started off. We have 50 minutes.
Maybe we won't have as many beers as we wanted to.
I mean, all I need is a.
I've got the power strip just right over there on the steps. You can go grab it real quick. Hey, you got your brick?
Yeah.
Okay. And there's an outlet right over there.
Well, I might be able to make it to that without your. I'm so needy. Sorry. Oh, shoot.
This is definitely a different kind of a brew review.
Oh, so guess what the next problem is?
Oh, you just got to get it into the Wi-Fi. We can help get that done again too. I'll show you in print what it is, so we don't have to read it out loud.
I was gonna say, I do have a way to pull it up off of my phone, but my phone's over there. Why don't you just type it in?
You do that?
Here, I can do the first one. There. The capitalized one has been
Okay.
done. So then you probably know that my Windows, my Surface, it's their version of like an iPad.
Mm-hmm.
That is running Linux. Not only somehow did not have get into that, because I don't know if you ever saw one of my, I don't remember if I showed it in a video or not. I had 1000, 1000. That was it. It would flash. If you could possibly, I had little pieces of tape on the screen.
What's it doing?
I don't know. I've never seen that before. Start by getting rid of that. That was weird. I had to have little pieces of tape on the screen. So it was like 1, 2. So as the screen came up, I'd be like, and one time I got it to the point where I was trying to change the boot sequence. I wanted it to be able to boot from the USB port and not booting from the drive.
Right.
Somehow, and still to this moment in time, I do not know how NIHAP got into it. But not only did he get into it, but he put Linux on a Microsoft Surface tablet.
I'm sure it's doable.
Well, I can prove it. But yeah, that was.
So we got the power strip right there.
You know what I should have done? Oh, yeah. 17 minutes. I was like, how much more electronic shit did I put in here? Does this look familiar?
A little bit.
What do you think I brought? I thought if I was going to have a month, maybe I would. Now I realize I'm being challenged to an education that I haven't done anything with. In other words, get my credentials. Here we go. Hey, you know what's good about what you just did? Eric can be lazy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have to untangle anything.
I think the power strip's on. I'm not sure.
Yeah, the light came on my.
Okay. We should be good then.
Hey, did I mention if I can lose just one more subscriber? I've lost like 6 subscribers. I was at one on B&E. I was at 1,499, and then it was like 1,501, 1,504, 1,506. Now I think I'm at 1,501 again.
The algorithm really likes to play with you, doesn't it?
I'm a hard act to follow. Okay, so first I got to start by newest. And then I switch it to unresponded to, which isn't as big of a deal over here. Oh. I saw one thing that's not going to be happening tonight. Oh no, I could. I just won't be able to identify it. Okay, 3 days ago, Cobra. Oh no, I must the club. Poco says F10 just in case.
This is the Apple Fest you're doing, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
These are responses from, let's see, Poco F10 just in case. Smile Money first, being first.
Mm-hmm.
Bad says greetings, Smile Money. Smile Money says greetings, bad. Rich, tough. I don't know. Have you ever heard of him?
Oh.
Sounds like an asshole.
Yeah. Sounds like a jerk.
Sounds like a jerk. Oh. I've never done that yet.
swirly stuff. That was very popular here in Indiana and Ohio. They did the sponge dabbing of the wallpaper too.
Squirrel again. Spinal Money says to about a second back, Rich.
I think I just barely missed it.
And Bad says, cheers, Rich.
Cheers, Bad. It's always good to hear you.
Sometime. I always talked about if we did an actual, instead of a shoot-a-palooza, the drink-a-palooza.
Yeah, I'm in.
To get the Mason Jar Mafia boys.
That would be challenging.
A forgetful weekend. Especially if they brought their favorite.
Mm-hmm. Stuff they make's a lot more potent than this.
You dump it into the fuel tank of Vivian and burn out the engine because the octane's too high. The Ninja says, naked back again. Bad says, man cave never be naked in life without his own approval. Mark Twain. Man can never be naked. Mark Twain. I like how they come up with all this stuff and then make it some famous person actually said it. I guess you can't prove them wrong. Cobra, oh boy, where's the baby powder at? Joey's sister's nightstand. That's where I left it.
Yeah, we haven't had baby powder in this house for a long time.
Isn't there some controversy with that?
Talcum powder can cause cancer in women.
Along with Joey's butthole area.
There's something odd though, like cervical cancer. How would you get talcum powder up there? A little odd.
Well, Rich, you want me to draw you a picture? Or should
I just don't normally consider powdered things to be lubricants.
Well, there was this chick I dated in high school.
Never mind.
Oh, shit. Oh, God. I did mention, right? What time is it? Okay. So this hasn't spoken to Mommy yet.
It just hasn't done the sync up yet.
Multi-Gunman says, make naked great again. Oh, you racist. And Salty says to him, it's always been great. Multi-Gunman, fake news. I don't have any of those with, by the way. And the only way that we could play Bottle Ship right now, as of this moment in time, I had a great idea. There's only one problem. I took the picture of the board so I didn't have to take the board with. And it's on that phone. So it does. I should have taken the picture with the work phone, but I can send the picture.
Yeah.
It's just
maybe tomorrow.
Won't happen tonight. I'm guessing, other than maybe a live or a short, you're probably not gonna hear from me until I'm up at John's house. Okay. Not saying that if it's not a possibility, but there's kind of been a throwdown that the first time it was to make Mama happy. Now that Mama's not with, and it's full on, this place is great, and that place is great, and that place, believe it or not, there's actually a bar in New York. See, this is where things don't make sense in my mind. Not only is this bar a bar, and it's a business in 2026, but it's a bar in New York that lets you smoke inside.
That's hard to believe.
I know. And I took up smoking just for this occasion. Because I do I do like to enjoy a good cigar every now and then, but the price of cigars in winter, especially winter. I mean, I don't smoke in my own house. I mean, me and Wendy, and I think it was Mary went and smoked. I told Christine, I said, we're not going to go outside. It was too freaking cold for one of the girls' parties, so we went on the front porch. And then what did I listen to? Literally forever. God, it smells like an ashtray out here. Oh, for God's
I
sake.
could have predicted that.
Yeah. Um, I, uh, I do like a cigar every now and then, and other than the ones that Din brought me, I couldn't tell you the last time I had a cigar. I mean, it's just, first of all, I don't want to pay 10, 12, 20. I mean, good God, it was like almost 50, I think it was almost $50 for the cigar that Christine brought me back from Vegas one year she went. But now that, she at least went to a place where the guy is like a connoisseur. I mean, he's also the owner, and she's like, I want to get a really nice cigar for my husband. It's like, oh, what does he normally smoke? She goes, I was afraid you were going to ask that. She's like, I know he talks about something that starts with an M. It's fairly popular, and it's a good like after dinner Macanudo. Yeah, he likes those. He also has talked about smoking the same cigars that Punch. Yeah. He's like, he likes those. Now, those are kind of heavy hitting compared to a Macanudo. It's like, what does he like more? And it kind of all depends. Really likes all that full flavor. But he had a chance to have one that was kind of, it might not have been legal here in the United States. And he goes, I got just the one for you. Sold her an Etero Fuente El Presidente, and I think it was like $49.
Oh, goodness.
And I have to tell you that I was like, I didn't want it to heat up and burn too fast. It was like, I think I actually got 2.5 hours out of that cigar. And that was pretty good. That was like the cigar equivalent to when I got that bottle of that barreled age golden ticket Speedway Stout, and that one dude when I reviewed the normal Speedway Stout, it was still expensive. 750 milliliters. I want to say it was like $25 or something like that. The guy left a comment. He's like, "That's not the golden ticket stuff. You'll never get that." Like 2 weeks later, ta-da! But I don't think it was that though. It was the time that me, Johnny Watson, and NIHAP, the 750 milliliter bottle was like $60.
Sounds about right.
And all I can tell you is if you were there, it would have been just like the three of us, but it would have been the four of us. I poured the glasses. Everybody took a little sip and we kind of looked at each other with that. And then I don't know if anybody said anything until their glasses were down to like there. And it was just like, again, people say, I hate to use this word because I hate to use that word too, like a surreal moment where like time stopped and the three of us were just sitting here with this beer that was in a glass going, ah, angels were playing and shit. And the one conclusion that we had is I would never pass up the opportunity to not try this. But now having said that, if someone wants to send me another bottle, send it in 3 to 5 years, because it was like having like the richest buttery seafood, and you just knew you're probably going to die 10 years sooner after eating it. We better wait a few years before we actually try it again. It was overwhelming. It was pretty high in alcohol, but yet there was no booziness, no alcohol warming. This is a lot of the stuff that's released around Christmas time. It's that like clove or cinnamon, that kind of crap that goes in there that it always seems like, okay, if it's going to be a special beer, we're going to use like twice as much as I think we should use in it, and it becomes way overwhelming. This is Maybe because I screwed myself on this and I said apple skins, but I still kind of I get that first for me, but like right behind it, you definitely get the caramel, and that caramel is still every other flavor is gone from my mouth right now, but it still tastes like I ate a caramel apple. I know. Read on. I know it's hard to read with him butting in all the time like Matt does. I don't know what's more annoying, Matt, butting in when I'm trying to talk, which he does less and less because he's too busy on his phone. You know what I should do is I should put a jammer in the basement, and right when Matt comes over, oh, you having a problem, buddy? Oh, it must be some kind of an outage. Let's do this crazy thing called a review.
Solar flares.
Must be solar flares. I'm still in sub comments. Multi-Gunman the Salty. Oh, I said that. Fake news. This 27. Back to the Naked Part 2. And he says to Multi-Gunman, fake naked. You know, I hate when you think you're done. Like it'll go up and that'll be as far as it goes. And I think I was literally kissing everybody goodnight one night. And all of a sudden it just went like, oh, there's like 50 more comments to go. And what we are up to a new record. I think once it was either 161 or 166 a few weeks ago.
It's a lot.
And that was a day that I needed to do it as quickly as possible to go make dinner for my sister and for Christine. And here I am with almost 200 comments. Smile Money, what does Amber taste like? Well, I think she must eat a lot of fruit because she tasted really peachy. What was the question? Bad says, tastes like money. Smile Money, back to him. Is it the fossilized resin from ancient trees? Mr. 27 to Smile Money. Is that like maple syrup? Smile Money back to Mr. 27. Or pine tar left in the ground until it forms into a rock. I never sucked on a fossil, so what does it taste like? Only Eric knows. Mr. 27 thinks that's funny. Unsubbed. Hemp Seed Addict. I think the mic on the hat sounds a little better. Cobra says agreed. Well, if it's right here and you're complaining about gulp, 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 I guess I understand that. Which, in this particular case, if you're sitting still, I mean, if it's right here, and I actually thought I really had to control how I talked, here, I mean, it's not like I sit and watch every one of these, but I did listen. It does sound distinctly better when I first start watching and go, yeah, that sounds okay.
It's noticeably improved quality.
Out of that little guy.
Mm-hmm.
Now, isn't a microphone, in essence, like a speaker, where it's taking the vibrations in the air and converting it to a signal?
Yes.
Then how does it work so good with the gigantic rare earth magnet stuck to it?
It's not necessarily a magnetic element that's doing the conversion of the vibrations. They're often piezoelectric, which is like an insulator, not magnetic.
Because that was the only thing I was like, okay, then would it be bad to lay it over here on the hard drive?
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend that.
Because
I've actually seen the magnet on a watch catch turn off my laptop when I set it down on the sensor. Because usually there's a magnet up in one of the corner of the display.
Oh.
And when you close it, there's a sensor in the keyboard area that picks it up.
Well, in this particular case, you'd get away with one or the other. Was it a 1 gig drive that was the main and only hard drive in here, got moved over to the empty bay, and the one that's actually running all of this is a solid state.
Yeah, the solid state shouldn't be affected by magnets.
So we can figure out which one it is by going.
Be careful. You might need your operating system reloaded.
Well, that would be exactly what I think NIHAP would want. He goes, oh, your Windows is shot. Personally, when it was this, that was my favorite version of Windows. This was a 7 Pro system, and then
Yeah, it's been all downhill since 7.
they had to fix it. Smile money. Eric, you were not an Olight customer in that story. You were a wannabe Olight customer. And they said, no Olight for you. They did indeed do that. Smile money says, I carry a Nebo swivel flashlight. The one I carry has a problem that for some reason at times you need to unscrew the battery to reset it to turn it on. I wrote to the company and they sent me a new one that is on my nightstand. So you're still using the old one. You scammer. Hey, personally, there's some things that I think are a necessary. Like when you tell a company, all packages go in my porch. And then when you have a big note on your door that says, please put all packages in porch, and you come home and there's an expensive item sitting out on the stairs, I never got that delivered. So you better send me another one. Cheers, Amazon. That's right. And actually in Amazon, you can go into your preferences under delivery, and that is stated in there. Deliveries are supposed to be in the porch. But then again, when you have a happy mailman who doesn't like you, and you actually watch him go like this, which actually was an expensive item in the package, and he threw it 4 feet onto my porch and then continued on. Of course, this was the same guy that stopped delivering because he said this person doesn't live there because the package was addressed to alcoholic. I think I'm happy when I say that they didn't fire him, but the reason that he was no longer on our kind of cushy neighborhood was me. And when I went to the main post office and complained about him, and the guy looks around and he goes, you want to know what's the worst thing? I go, what? He goes, it's not that everybody that works here thinks he's an asshole, which he is. He is that he's actually a trainer.
Ooh.
I go, that's the kind. Okay. Bad says, greetings, Captain. Greetings, Bad. Joey, wow. 2 in only 1 day. Well, technically not. I just forgot to do a few things called editing, rendering, and uploading. It was all supposed to happen straight from that, like tonight, but Christine was using the computer, and then dinner happened, and then relaxing happened, and then nothing happened.
My Wi-Fi is gigabit Ethernet, so it shouldn't be too pokey.
Oh, yeah? Let's just, I always use this one.
Of course, you're quite a few feet away from my Wi-Fi right now, but at least mine's symmetric.
That's something I wish mine was. The difference between my up and my down is a whole 0. So what would you normally get if you're hardwired? More like 1,000?
Well, it's usually 1,000 divided by 8, roughly, is the megabytes per second.
Of course, I've noticed that obviously there's a subtle difference between who you connect to and where that test takes place.
Yeah, probably closer to 100 hardwired.
Oh yeah, that would pull the exact same thing. Oh, that took forever. Also comments back to Joey. Bad says probably drinking all day. Oh God, Smile Money. You think Matt will ever remember Eric after more than a month absence and 30 cases of beer later? Matt doesn't understand that if they stop talking about him, that's when I would truly be worried.
Mhm.
Cobra, wait. What? Did I miss one? Smile Money says a Cobra. Yes. It was a late post due to a memory loss caused by a headache. Bad. No headache if you don't stop drinking. That is pro level stuff right there. You never get a hangover if you just
Don't stop.
don't stop.
Keep it topped off.
Bad to Smile Money. What if it's February and he only consumes 28 cases of beer? Who thinks of this shit? And Smile Money to bad. Well, Eric is gone for more than just February. He must also share some with the skunk. I don't know if he's seen his girlfriend lately. Bad. Google says you're about 2 hours from Minneapolis. I hope the crap going on there doesn't migrate your way. Well, that's kind of funny that you say that, because that's what Christine was talking about last night, wondering when it possibly, no, it was this morning, when it could possibly end up.
Duluth seems a little calmer than Minneapolis, but you guys have your occasional ruckuses too, don't you?
We've had some protesting over all this. And I just laugh when, here's the one that just, I think is so stupid, is businesses bragging about being, well, they were going to be closed last Monday, when it was 27 below. I'm sure there wasn't a dual reason why that was convenient. But businesses bragging about going to close in solidarity with the anti-ice sediments. It's like, all I ask is the same thing. You do realize that, first of all, Obama deported significantly more, millions and millions more, than Trump. Second, Tom Holman, who they're now saying is like the Antichrist, got a Medal of Honor for the border czar job, which is what he is right now, by Obama. Obama gave him that medal. So back in the day, everybody thought it was great that Obama was deporting people by the millions, and Tom Holman was the border czar. And now it's, was it 1.6 or 1.5 million from Trump, and it's the same Tom Holman, but it's all evil. You people are complete idiots.
Trump derangement syndrome.
You can't, yeah. I don't think it, I know it. If Donald Trump cured cancer and interviewed the baby Jesus, people would want cancer and they would hate Jesus Christ.
So do we need a hot slam to clear our palate?
That does seem like a good way to go.
Okay, I'll be right back.
Oh, like when Matt leaves, because you're talking all the time, I'll try to get through some of these. That make me feel bad. You must make me think I should leave you to read the comments, and I'll walk to the garage and get some. I'll come back. You'll tell me to go get 4, and I'll come back with 2. Because I drank 2 while I was out there. Smile Money, I agree. They are really trying to make an issue for the 2026 election. Yeah, they are. And that is a concern. That people that normally use their brain, that they're not going to use their brain, falling for the lies and the manipulation of the left and the media. I'm concerned. And Madura, Waltz, and Fry. And just from the blockade of Minneapolis, it seems to be working in Venezuela. Mike says, cheers. Yeah, Mike, we looked. We were going to run down and have a beer with you, but realized it's 2 hours from here. 3 hours from here. Bad says, cheers, G. And Mike says to Bad, cheers, Bad. And I know he's not going to hear me say this, but just so I can go on record is that I cared. I thought that it would be smart maybe to go visit Hazman 440, Paul. He is pretty much in the middle of Ohio.
Right.
And Paul...
It's at the northern edge.
Paul can literally piss out of Ohio.
He's right next to Lake Erie.
Because he's yeah. Paul is almost 3 hours from here.
Right.
And I'm like, sorry, Paul. Because besides that, I'm saving all my gas to drive right the fuck by. Kev Dog. Hopefully, Kevin, I know it's a pain, but if me, Smile Money, Kev Dog, and Pete could get together and I want those guys. Cheers. I want those guys to take me. All Pete ever does is talk about how I just don't know what a Salmich is because I've never been to the Salmich capital of the universe.
I've tried a couple of the better Philly cheesesteaks in Philadelphia, and they're okay, but I'm sure that what you make at your house is probably almost as good, if not better.
Well, I do constantly experiment, and something kind of unbeknownst to my wife, one of my favorite, because I do everything in the pressure cooker, and it's just simple. I mean, I intentionally want to open the pressure cooker up and see that meat mainly soaking in liquid.
Right.
I mean, I think if you didn't put anything in there, just pressure cooked it, it would still have an adequate amount. But I roughly use a cup of beef, not gravy, the broth. And usually, depending on how good it is, anywhere from a half to 3/4 of a dark beer. Actually, the Leinenkugel's Bock that I had, or no, it was a Leinenkugel something. It might have been their Christmas, one of their Christmas releases from last year. It was some kind of a chocolatey beer, and I found that a dark beer ends up tasting. It ends up with a better taste when it's all done than just going down and grabbing a Hamm's or just a regular beer.
It makes sense.
And other than that, it's just now that my sister's there, I have two choices. I either have to accommodate everybody, which means I now have to make 2 batches. Thankfully, we have 2 pressure cookers because my sister won't eat a green pepper. And me and Christine do green peppers, and Christine won't eat a mushroom, and I love mushrooms. So my sister's is everything that's in ours with no green pepper plus mushroom, and ours, of course, is onion and green pepper, but no mushrooms, because Christine won't touch mushrooms. I have to admit that if I was single and making it by myself, onion, green pepper, and mushroom actually turns out to be...
That's a good combo in a Philly cheesesteak.
Yes. So it's just the meat, fresh garlic, salt, pepper, maybe just a little pinch of cayenne because cayenne is good for you health-wise. And in small batches, Christine approves of it, and my sister doesn't know about it. but it's
What they
again,
don't know won't hurt them.
I could literally reach into the thing and
Yeah.
go like that. I don't even know if I'm even getting the health reasons out of it. And then when it's all done, I I take my bread and I lightly toast it in the toaster oven that we have, and then I do a little garlic butter on it, and then I layer the meat. And when I cut the vegetables, like for us, I coarse cut. Like a big ass onion only gets cut into 3 segments. That way I can pull out those big, beautiful pieces and then lay them onto the sandwich.
Mhm.
And then don't get me wrong, mozzarella is good, but I found that I've been buying this smoked provolone and smoked provolone and back in the toaster oven until the cheese just starts to brown. And the last time I did this, instead of trying to eat a sandwich that looked like a brick, I bought Italian thin sliced Italian, and we all just had two basically open faced ones. So eat it with a fork with some chips. And this is something that I didn't even realize was a thing until recently. In our house, we go through a metric shit ton of something called Top the Tater. It comes in a green container, and it's literally chives and sour cream mixed together. And it was like, it is so scrumptious. How could it not be served anywhere? Well, it turns out that it's a northern Midwest thing.
I don't think I've seen it in Ohio or Indiana.
So, but that's that, and they come out pretty good. But am I gonna set up a tent and sell them outside my house? Probably not. But and besides that, if the boys treat me to what is known as the absolute most fantastic in the whole world from Philadelphia, and I truly think it is better, I will never admit it. Just kidding, I would admit it.
There's actually a sub shop chain in Syracuse called Drex, spelled with a J. And their Philly cheesesteak was one of my favorites. And it was all the ingredients that you like on a very nice bread.
I'm still in search of a bread that would work to make it a sandwich. I even tried buying some shit that I thought was going to be way too big and actually doing that whole kind of tear the center out so that the meat was sunk down in there and it wasn't so bready, but it's just like that. Actually, the last one with the open face was probably the best yet, at least as far as I'm concerned. Actually, the girls really like too. Smile Money. I remember you drinking. Your beer drinking was Moose Drool. Moose Drool would be awesome in the Philly cheesesteaks, by the way.
Yeah,
It's a brown ale.
it's a great beer.
You must have not made it as far as Mike Gillian with chugging Everclear yet. I have not had Moose Drool in years. Matter of fact, it's been so long, it's fairly inexpensive, and it's probably due to be reviewed again.
We just don't see it around here in Ohio. I think the only time I had it was in Colorado. A little bar up in the mountains.
Cobra, Moose Drool was good stuff.
I agree.
That's because he stopped drinking. He used past tense. He is a non-English teacher. If my money is like, if you were ever an English teacher, this is why the system is effed. Smile Money to Cobra. Never had it. I just remember it because the name was funny. And it's a moose yakking. It's a moose standing in the river drooling. So,
yeah, it's the label definitely supports the name.
See, this is, again, I apologize. This was another massive, well, of course, there's so much about this trip that was literally last minute. It's like, do you want Do you want to bring me these items to New York? No, I don't want to bring you these items to New York. Well, if you're here, we'll take you on the tour that it should have happened in the first place. I go, no, don't ever say that. The vacation that we had, unbelievable. Actually, sitting there like this, where the miracle on ice happened, was almost spiritual. Both, both me and Christine, as we're walking towards the doors. Actually, after I checked to see that they were open, I'm like, the door is open. Christine turns around and goes, the two of you, do whatever the hell it is that you want to do for the next 20 minutes at least. She's like, seriously? Uh-huh. And we just sat down. They actually had people in skating. I mean, it's not like it's just a historic thing. It still gets used, which is, in the words of Mr. Holster and Ed, if you're going to have it, if I'm going to present this to you, you better use it. Smart Money, you haven't mentioned David for a while since he is not well for the Warrior Brewing last event. Hope all is okay. David.
Yes.
I am on the mend, buddy. Thanks for asking. Having the flu at 77 is much... 77 is much different than 50. Maybe so, but I do have to always chime in when I heard that people die of pneumonia.
That is available at the Kroger between here and Interstate 70.
What time do they open?
Well, they close at 11 tonight.
How far is it from here? Well, we're screwed with. That's not even an option anymore.
No.
First of all, it wasn't a good idea when I was before this one. Now with this one being in my system, and I can guarantee you, if yours is anything like mine, honey, could you do us a favor? No.
Doesn't say what time they open. It just says they close at 11. Let me try finding it a different way. Go ahead.
We could have that much fun tonight that I don't get on the road until when, Rich?
Whenever.
Smile Money to David. So glad to hear. Well, stay warm. This crap will pass. Oh, I was about to say, at one point in time, I would be like, people die from pneumonia. Isn't that just like an advanced flu? What pussies? And then I had pneumonia. And it felt like you ran up behind me, grabbed my hair, which kind of actually turned me on a little, and stuck a 10-inch knife in my rib cage from behind. That night, when I tried to get up off the couch, and every time I lifted my head, it hurt so bad, I couldn't even get up off the couch. Christine's over me going, "You're starting to freak me out." I go, "I'm starting to freak me out." And she goes, "Well, I'm going to call the ambulance then." If I had the phone, I'd hand it to you with 911 already dialed, and all you had hit was send.
They open at 6
AM? Oh, shit. Okay, just make sure
We got more beers to review too if this runs too long.
we have more beers to review. Kroger's.
Never let it be said Rich was a single brew reviewer.
Just because I know how this is going to go. I just wanted you to know I found your Leinenkugel beer. They open up at 6 a.m. How much of it do you want? David in Misery says cheers. Cheers. Cheers, Dave. I knew that you followed B&E before I lost B&E, but it's been a while since we've heard from him. He's a good dude. Definitely has gone through a shit ton of terrible stuff, but he's still swinging. Smart money. You might be surprised, not to be rude, but what you carry as a neck knife really makes not a bit of difference to me. Wow. I mean, I really didn't think that was the case. I did settle on the one that I thought was more slimming. So
I think the one I've got is smaller than yours.
I love that thing.
Yeah, it looks like it has its reasons for being on your person.
It's sexy. The other one, I was shocked to find out that it's $250 right now, and it was a battle box item. I would show you how sharp this is, but
Yeah, we don't want blood on this carpet.
I was thinking hair, not blood. Oh, she's noticed the message. She's probably crying right now, so she's gonna need a moment. Ooh, 2 cases, and I'm her hero.
It didn't say how much they had, but it is in stock.
Okay, well, hopefully shit don't go sideways. Rich checked, and it is listed as in stock. And I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing to be a beer, or should I say alcohol, hero. Usually it's afterwards when she wakes up and I'm gone. And she's sticky.
It is $18.99 for a 12-ounce 12-pack.
That's
So it's like $1.50 a can. Not bad.
no, not at all. Actually, everything I've been purchasing. See, Liney's is always pretty good when it comes to prices, though. The thing I don't like about Liney's is it's usually the aftertaste. And no matter what beer they have, there's something about it. But now I will say their summer shanty, the one with the lemon. I was over at a place where she used to live, and they first of all, they were in that bragging thing where they had the glass that filled from the bottom. Ever seen those ones?
I don't know.
It's like a special glass, and of course, instead of a tap, they set down on a thing, and then it fills from below, so
Okay.
there's less head. And bad would be he probably would cry a little,
Yeah, he wouldn't approve.
but it was on tap, and then of course they would do a lemon wedge, give it a little squish, and then drop it in there, and it was like, oh my God, I hate to admit this, but this is actually like really good. But Liney's is my old employer, the owner of Riverside Flooring. Oh, I finally got to find out the story on that. Why did with the most reputable flooring company in Duluth, just like clothes? Basically, the owners wanted to retire years ago, and the only reason that they kept going was to employ 2 of their employees. And then when one of them decided to quit, the wife of the husband and wife team, she's like, so we're just gonna keep work. We're forced to keep working just so that we can basically have one guy. And they went and they actually were going to consider it. They had to sit down with Keith, and Keith goes, no, it's cool. You know, you guys want to retire. My surprise is why they didn't like either give it to him or say, we'll take 10% of your profits and you just keep it going.
Mhm.
Maybe he didn't want to. I don't know. He doesn't even have anything to do with construction or anything anymore. He works for a company that builds the big utility box that you would see for like a power company truck. So this company buys the cab and the frame of the truck, and then they build and install the toolbox with the lift thing on it. That's where he works now. And I guess that in the 4 years since Riverside went out of business, a good old Keith almost owns the place because he was always one of those guys. We need you to start work at 6 or 7 a.m. Okay, Keith is there at 5 a.m. Well, someone had to start the coffee. But yeah, I had this. Yeah, he called me and he wants to know if I want to buy a bunch of stuff left over, wood supplies, maybe some. I don't know. We're supposed to get together, and I go, I'd be happy to come up and sit and. I mean, I ended up on the phone and in the Menards parking lot, an hour and a half on the phone, and I go, why don't we get together? And he's like, that would be nice, Eric. I would really like the opportunity. He goes, okay. And I go, let me guess. I'll grab some Liney's because that was your drink of choice. And he goes, well, Eric, you'll probably be surprised to know that it still is. But I have a big refrigerator at the shop at the end of the driveway, and I have a big refrigerator in the garage up at the house, all full of Liney's. You don't have to even bring any. Some money. Well, see, I didn't finish. If you need to go through your sidearm, 2 pocket knives, and then resort to a neck knife ramble, I will watch the movie. Not to mention your get home bag, little friend. You know what? You know how they say sometimes people get instant karma? I'm not looking for you to pat me on the back, but overall, in the time that you've known me, I try my best always to help out friends, people I don't even know. My sister, when I found out that the frickin' Honda I couldn't use a jump pack on it because the jump pack cables are this wide, and I have to put one on the positive and go find some open metal on the engine. I gave a brand new X-Pod to my sister. Brand new. It's never ever been used. Well, it got used once. Once I got all that plenum shit out of the way, I actually used it to start the Honda and came to the conclusion that it's definitely the battery and not the engine because it went and fired as fast as I could put my finger on the button. It fired. So I give the brand new X-Pod. There's a slightly used, maybe 5 or 6 times X-Pod in my bug out bag that I always keep in whatever vehicle I'm in, truck or the van. I pulled it out of there and it showed that it was completely dead, even though I had fully charged it. I put it on the charger, which is, that. 96 hours later, I was up to 5% charged.
I'd say that one's dead.
And when I pulled it off the charger, it wouldn't light up the 2 lights on top of it. And I turned around. I was going to throw it in the garbage, but I decided to take a moment, and I sent an email off to Xpod explaining that this thing has barely been used. It is one of your first generation ones, though, and it went dead. Won't take a charge. Is there any chance that I could maybe, if I sent it to you, get even a discount? I don't want a free one, but get a discount on a new one. But maybe I should take that as a sign and go on Amazon and look for one that has a good review and not get one that says X-Pod on it. Because I don't know. Minnesota does suck for that, though. I mean, I did bring it in from a vehicle where it had been sitting outside this entire time, and that day it was 27 degrees below zero without the wind chill.
Which is not conducive to good battery health.
It's not, but if you have a jump pack, they basically brag about how you should keep a air compressor, a battery air compressor or something, and a jump pack and all that shit in your vehicle. Does that necessarily mean that the right way of doing it is every single day you lug this shit back and forth between the vehicle?
Good point.
I mean, smart money. No Matt February. I just love this new tradition.
Matt won't.
I told Matt, I said, I think the girls because they always look for some poor bastard to abuse. Matt should be the kitchen bitch or the beer bitch for the girls' party.
Yeah, why not?
He'd leave that place crying. Smile Money. I agree on the G20. It is a proven bear defense, but don't run a giant 2-foot extended mag when I'm hiking. Sticks out too far and would get hung up on stuff. I don't think Chuck's Outdoor Adventures does either. Well, come on, I was just being funny. I would use it. I would use the traditional mag in it while I was walking around, but to have a couple of those as your, back pocket, a backpack. See, the reason that I support those mags is I have never had a feed issue with those extended mags in the G20. Oops, sub comment from Smile Money. I'm sure that magazine has went through the rigorous testing protocols. If it looks bad, ass, I'll change that for him. If it feels good in the hand and doesn't fall out when dry firing, laugh out loud, that was Joey. Those little magazines cannot deal with a herd, flock, or a pack of bears. You see what it's like to be me?
Yeah, I do.
J-Dog, here at work. Bad. Have you watched the new Star Trek Academy series? I think there's 3 episodes available so far. I started watching thinking that it was like something maybe not sanctioned by the Star Trek thing. And I may have been really tired and or drunk at the time, so I have to go back and start it again, but it's not really getting great reviews. Smile Money, well, have a safe trip. Stay topped off.
I'm working hard to keep him that way.
A few more of stuff like this, and
We haven't got to the good stuff yet.
6 a.m. tomorrow is...
We have to save the good stuff for next trip.
I mean, not to look for excuses, but there is no watch right now on this whole thing that I call going broke. I mean, is it a bad thing that you have to... I actually considered selling something just to survive for the next 2 weeks before I start making money. The problem is anybody that knows my exact situation is these things are not available for sale, and the few things that I really have, that there's no way. If it says 10 millimeter on the side of it, even the G20 that is still available, I couldn't do it. If you think I can honestly look you in the eye and talk about selling something like the Kimber or the Laser or any of them, no. There's, if I end up with nothing left in my collection but 10 millimeter firearms, this is me. Now, there's a few things that the Desert Eagle is free and clear. The 454 Casull is free and clear to be sold. The problem, I will openly admit, with the Desert Eagle is there is one chair and only probably 1 or 2 asses that fit that chair. Kind of like when Sam was selling her truck and she was selling it for top dollar, and everyone told her, "You're never going to sell it. You're never going to sell it." And Sam goes, "I realize that, but there's an ass for every seat. And I'm willing to wait to find that ass." And no pun intended, she did.
Good.
The guy that bought the truck, Sam pampered it and treated it, even though she used it to total vehicles in our neighborhood, according to the neighbor and the police. Have you ever heard of such a thing? Could you total, right now, take your truck, and go total a vehicle in your neighborhood without as much as scuffing the tires on your vehicle, and yet have the cops and an insurance company look at me like I'm being a douchebag when I told them they were idiots. The insurance adjuster went like this, and I went, "What is this?" He goes, "Please don't tell me this is the truck that was involved in the totaling of a neighbor's vehicle." "No, I'm not going to do that. That's the vehicle." And he goes, "Oh." And I go, "Oh, my ass, walk around it. This vehicle was supposedly used to total a self-editing,
Good job.
total a neighbor's vehicle. And you're telling me that there's no way definitively to swing that baseball bat in one direction or the other?" "Well, it's just so hard." So hard. The cop goes, "Look, paint transfer." And I go, "Guess what? I'm sorry, but I did actually say this." I go, "You are not detective grade material." I went like this, and I go, "Does paint transfer wipe right off with my finger?" I go, "Because you know why? That's called dirt." And he's like, and my insurance company, "You know what, Eric? We're going to pay the claim. And then you're going to boost my rates." And he's like, "Well, if you want to go it on your own, if you win, we all win. But if you lose, you have to pay to cover buying that woman. They bought her a new car." So I said no. And they boosted my rates.
Of course.
And I never paid. They never got 10 cents out of me, because I called my insurance agent, which is my friend Matt, and told Matt shot me, and he actually found I don't even remember who I was with at the time. I'm with what's her name? Flo.
Flo.
I'm with Flo's.
Progressive?
I'm with Flo's company now, and he found me. What I pay per month actually went way down, and the other company, like, "How do you like me now?" "McLean, you really don't care about my feelings. Why do I even bother?" See, that's just it, McLean. I hate to actually tell you this, but I have Rich now, so I don't need you. That's if it's okay with his wife. I'm guessing probably not.
Probably not.
Okay. EMT, regarding Mike and his sunk battleship, I agree. It is what it is. Leave it. Yeah. Sometimes I feel like I'm running an adult daycare. Now so does he. Cheers, Shy. Hey, you see? I saved one. Like, what happens? Smile Money would agree, when you're at a friend's house, and you're a guest, try not to have the F-bombs. Did I actually? Did I not?
Almost.
I said, did I say that? Well, no, did I actually have one?
Maybe one.
Okay, I'm sorry. So, okay, now that I know, I know. What happens? The phone rings, and the first thing that happens is my butthole sees it up so it's so tight that his stool is now stuck to my ass because it's her. And Sam uses an F-bomb as an adjective, as a way of describing things, and it's just a colorful way of making the sentence go faster.
You don't want to be sailor.
It's like, oh my God, I gotta take her off speakerphone. And I take her off speakerphone, but now the earpiece was as high as it goes, and she actually got louder.
I didn't notice much of a volume change.
Oh my God. EMT says J4 and toot toot for the road. I guess two things I don't have.
You want me to make note of that to remind you? I'll send you a text.
Okay, I'll have to look. There's a picture of the board, and I will continue in a non-board, unless, I don't know if Nihab took the portable set with him, or if they're still up at John's house.
So that was J4 from whom?
Kev Dog.
EMT.
EMT, yes. Matt Davis says core belts are pretty good. Pretty good? Actually, guess what I'm wearing right now? Guess what
Me too.
that's what I'm always wearing. I can't go back. I actually have, I don't know, a couple $100 worth of leather belts that I've reviewed over the years. I don't want to throw them out because I feel like I'd be making a mistake, but
I really
compared,
like my Grip 6 belt, but after several years, it's starting to kind of fold over. It's lost its stiffness. And this core belt feels like it will never lose its stiffness.
Grip 6?
Yeah. It's got an interesting buckle that doesn't have any teeth or anything. It grabs. It's neat.
Uh, I like the nylon webbing looking
Yeah, that's what the
core,
Grip 6 is like.
and they also sent me one of the leather ones, which is the exact same belt, but it just kind of looks like a church belt. So I don't use it as much as this one, but they're just core. First of all, when you have a regular buckle, you're like the hole's right there, and then maybe what, an inch and a half, 2 inches later, where it's every quarter of an inch.
Yeah.
Click,
It's
click, click.
nice. And it's easy to use it for inside or outside the waistband. It's got that much adjustment.
Well, unless you're stupid and you cut it wrong. My first core ever was an eBay one. So I got it because the person that it was a gift for, give credit where credit is due, NIHAP purchased it for a gift for somebody in my family. And the thing that neither one of us knew is that the person who was going to get the belt was I've never had the pleasure to meet him in person, but love he's a very big dude, and this belt was a used belt that has already been cut. And for me, I don't want to throw it away because at the weight that I'm at now, it is literally I hear click and I'm worried that one click's not enough, so I do click, and now that is almost a hair too much on the tight side. It's definitely not an inside the waistband belt for me.
Okay.
But because my goal, which you guys didn't help with dinner and with the refreshments, is when I come back from Mr. Solar's house, if I am not 10 pounds lighter, I told him I was going to be upset. But he's already typical John. The dinner plans have not changed. The portion controls have. And it turns out that John has a entire regiment. He has a Bowflex, which I used to own one of those. Me and Christine had to sell it because we had no place to put it in our house right now. And in the basement, the arms were too big and they actually hit
I can see
the
that.
ceiling. So I had to sell it. I wish I didn't sell it. On the other hand, I can tell you how many shirts on a hanger that the Bowflex holds. John has a Bowflex, John has a Total Gym, and John had something else. And I said, okay, all I'm asking is you keep making the incredible cooking that you do. But could you, it was me, him, and NIHAP, and he literally was cooking for like 7 or 8 for 3 of us.
You guys were polishing it all
We
off,
we
right?
ate, there was no leftovers. I
It's
mean,
hard to leave good food.
that's because my mother is living rent free in my brain. I come from a clean your plate
Yeah, me
family, and you well then you know.
Yeah.
I psychologically lose every meal. I'll clean his plate. How lost I am to my mother. You guys laugh. If you lived in a clean your plate family, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Wade, pursuing nice cans led me on many adventures in my youth. Some were regrettable, but all were memorable.
That's an interesting quote.
Wade, safe travels. Well, I lived through the first 12 hours. I somehow don't think I have seen the worst of the weather, though.
Probably not. I think you're in for some flurries tomorrow in New York.
And again, I am not going for a life or death situation, so why make it one?
Right.
If I have to, you know. And just so that you can look forward to this in a month from now, I am looking forward to a return stop back here. And I did talk to Christine, and she goes, if Rich needs some help, unless the phones are ringing off the hook, which led me to being here in the first place, yeah, we can. I want to look at what you got for some projects. I mean,
they're probably super easy for you, but
if nothing else, we can drink it. Hey, Christine, I love this guy. I'm going to have to stay another couple of days for waiting for the drywall mud to dry. Bummer.
in the place I got this, it's called The Cellar. He specializes in all kinds of wonderful, you've never heard of them, craft beers.
Well, it's a good thing we didn't go there tonight.
Yes.
And once again, I have a certain amount of cash that somehow represents me getting to Maine and then back home without using it all up. And then we went to the cellar, Christine, and I'm gonna need you to forward me some
If
cash.
we go to The Cellar, it's on me.
Oh God, Tom, be careful on the road, Eric. You know, let me quote in case she's watching, because I had been she had made a comment about this before. She is actually not my eldest daughter. She is the middle daughter. Biologically, I am not dad to the oldest one, but I had raised that child since she was 11 months old, so I'm more than happy to say dad. My middle daughter pointed out, I like that, be careful on the whole road thing. When she moved, she's in Virginia, and she goes, oh my God, they're having a total freak out. I go, what? She goes, snow has been forecast. Yeah? Yeah, they're going nuts. I went to the grocery store, and the shelves are almost completely empty. The gas, people are there pumping and filling tanks and everything. And it's like, well, how much are you supposed to get? They said we might get 3 inches of snow. And she is just laughing. She goes, Dad, this is the shit where we just wait around until we had more so that we could go drifting up on Skyline in the Silverado. I remember that one time. Christine goes, oh my God, they say we got 10 inches of fresh snow last night. I look over at Sam. She's got this little cheekish smile going. She goes, get your boots. We literally got dressed, went out in the Silverado, and we're drifting up on Skyline. And Christine is just like this. She's like, I raised 2 children. Dude, I've had this conversation with I don't know how many people. I lived in Buffalo, Minnesota. I lived on Lake Buffalo.
Yeah.
As soon as I was done working, I would take don't do this in the summer, liberals. When I was done working, I would take my car out onto the lake and practice all of the things that I think have given me an advantage in life. I mean, how many people do you know that by just automatic, it's in my brain, you come into a corner and you start to slide, those people, they panic, they hit their brakes, which is now an object in motion has a tendency to stay in motion. No, if you turn your wheels into the turn and floor it, a lot of times your vehicle can pull you out of that problem. Lake Buffalo, thank you. Not in the summer, Rich.
No, not in the summer.
The Dodge Colt did not like it very much in the summer.
I think you'd want something with outboard motors on it in the summer.
Maybe the same Colt. Just get a little silicone for the doors. Smile money. Okay, change your light, your sights, and holster. Then take the sight and the light and then put it on another gun and change that holster. Oh, and both need colored trigger groups. You're in the pocket of big guns. What was the comment the other night? Was it McLean? You're in the pocket of big alcohol.
That was a good one.
Oh my God. I just wish you would dream of more range ammo. Oh, I'm gonna be shooting a lot while I'm up in Maine. What could happen? Don't look at me like that. Don't look at me like smile money.
I could subsidize that a little bit. I've got probably more than I have any plans to shoot.
Well, I actually want to see if there's some place that John could take me, because I am bringing. I brought two 9mm. I brought both my HKs. Love that gun. And then at the last minute to you guys, I couldn't not take the Springfield XDM. So that's what I grabbed my Christmas present from Mr. Brown, 2 boxes of 10mm, and I have all of the illegal loaded mags for the HKs. And if John has a place that we can go, I would really like to be able to go shooting. This is all on Mr. Solar right now, because I wanted to go. Multi-gun man, I'm late, but I'm here. Cheers.
Cheers. I think this year's Hop Slam was a little more subdued than some previous years. Not bad.
It's not the worst by far, but there's something, it seems like a little bit more obscure than some of the best years would be that honey.
Well, they may have different suppliers of their honey, so there could be some variability in their honey supply that could account for some of the changes we taste.
I say that, and all I can taste on my teeth is the honey. But there's like this. I'm not going to use the words weird, because that would imply that it's like terrible, but right at first, right there, like it just went past my tongue and I swallowed it, McLean. It's not a chemical or a plastic taste, but it's a heavier something right there.
Yeah,
Right before that is good. Wow. 1 minute I'm complaining about the honey, and literally that's all I'm getting afterwards right now. I'm a liar. Miss 27 says, I'm later. How many whiskey and beers am I behind? He says to Miss 27, you need at least 1 dozen beer and 2 Texas Mickeys of whiskey. I can tell he's a Canadian. As soon as you use the words Mickey's, I think of Mickey's Big Mouth, and that's back to a beer, not a whiskey. Mr. 27 says 60th. That's not a good sign for me. Then he says, be safe on your adventures, Mr. Burbomi. So far, so good. Again, I'll push it where here's the non-funny part. I knew, because of items in the vehicle, that I should probably behave in Illinois.
yes.
In Illinois, I was 35 miles an hour over the posted speed limit when I passed the sheriff, and I was being passed by 2 cars when that happened.
As long as you've got people passing you, you're probably okay.
So this was the sheriff. I think he was on his way to Dunkin' Donuts or something. Never saw him again. in reverse psychology, the fastest I drove all day was in Illinois.
Because you want to get out of there.
Well, I did, but if I went the speed limit, people would be like,
Yeah. It's a crazy state.
at one point in time, I was going 100 miles an hour, and on this side of me was a black Audi station wagon, like about that much faster than me, and on this side was a beautiful gray Porsche Cayenne. And they both were like, I mean, I'm going 100 miles an hour, and I saw this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if I actually went the speed limit, I probably would have got pulled over and got a ticket for obstructing traffic. And then once I got on the other side, the road conditions actually kind of went to shit, and my phone kept popping up, unplowed road, and I'm supposed to answer, is it still the case or no? And I'm like, it's been plowed. The center, the sun melted, where it's 3 lanes of traffic. Sun melted, scraped. So if you were in this lane and you had bad tires, good luck to you in a corner, because I know you would slip. Just stay in the other lanes and use caution if you're passing and you're over here. I don't give a shit. I am not in any hurry. I will not be pushing it tomorrow. If the weather gets bad, if I have to, I'll pull over somewhere, preferably a liquor store or a bar parking lot. Redneck Ramblin'. Ever heard of that guy before?
Once or twice.
How did I miss this? Love it. Mount Trumpmore. Evidently, not only did you miss it, I don't remember making it. Mike, doing flooring of all kinds to me suck. I have done all kinds in construction for 20 years. Wood, carpet, tile, grouting, linoleum, flooring, plus the peel and stick square flooring. I don't have a problem doing any of the above, except for I don't do carpet. And it's one of the first things I'll be doing when I get back. My friend Rick never takes my money because he knows there'll be a project. And I go, man, I don't do carpeting. And he goes, you're gonna now. Fine. Mike, my daily beer is natural ice 9 or 5.9. I remember when the first time I ever had that, and I thought it was the most nasty ass shit. Maybe I still feel that way, but 5.9 was just like,
it's almost 6.
For a while, it was like the heaviest hitter, and now it's literally like nothing.
I do like my heavy hitters.
Hey, Mike, try this out as a daily. I was surprised at the price of that.
Yeah, I'm glad it was available this year. I couldn't find it last year.
Well, they didn't have it last year. It was that tropical crap. And I told him at the liquor store, I said, thank the baby Jesus. Liv says, what? She goes, that tropical hop slam? She goes, that was kind of ass, wasn't it? Yes, Liv. That girl's awesome. Liv, in case you're watching. She actually, I don't know how much she watches this, but Liv is awesome. I'd like to have her over. Maybe we could even do a brew review, Liv, if you know what I mean. Just kidding, Christine. Mike. I might stay here for a while. Till the divorce is finalized.
My beer cooler can be refilled.
I can bring 2 minis and a full size. Mike says 1 hour, 7 minutes, 5 seconds. The half-breed neck knife is badass, and if I was you, I would take it on your trip. I agree. It is badass, but this just, I mean, I'm going to be wearing this in New York at bars, and I don't know. I have not looked at the rules on a fixed blade knife and that kind of shit in New York. Mike, cheers, brother, and safe travels to you and from. And last, oh, and thank you, Mike. Last is Jolson saying Foxtrot 6. If I remember, and I don't. Okay, that's that. I don't even want to.
I'll send you a reminder on that one too.
I probably don't even want to know what time we're at on this. Okay. Someone named Rich an hour ago. I wonder how he even knew this was happening.
I wonder. Deja vu.
Rich says, "Cheers, Clevers." Cheers, Rich.
Thanks.
Like,
Cheers.
I think this isn't the first time I think I've actually done that though, because we've done brewery
2 down, at least 1 more to go. Are we ready?
I don't know.
Since we're into the
Hey, as long as this is recording, I don't care how long it is.
still going.
Ooh. Me and you might be setting a record tonight.
Okay. Wouldn't be the first time.
I don't care. I'm good with records. You know why? Because the previous one, as a record, was meant to be broken. Okay, now what changes between what we just had and that one?
This one's barrel aged
Same.
and higher alcohol.
Now, did they both enter the little brew life at the same time?
I don't know.
Okay, so this was 8.
Work Wing is almost always toasting my check-ins, so we can ask them. And I'm sure they'll let me know about
That's right. You looked on there.
how do they do this.
We couldn't find the percentage on that one.
Oh, this one was more.
Thanks, Daddy. I hope so.
This one's 10.7.
It was more. Ooh, almost 3% more.
Yeah, because this one was 8.
So this is still 2026 Christmas,
2025.
and this was 2025.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was just a month ago.
Oh, that's right. Christmas did fall last year. Just seems like yesterday.
So what do you think of this one?
You know, it actually has a really nice smell.
Last year was like a peppermint something, and no, it was not good.
I'm actually gonna give it a higher rating than its alcohol. I'd give it an 8.5.
Okay.
I like everything about it. It's not that I hate the idea of apple peels for a flavor, because maybe if they watched this and went, "What an idiot." There's none of that. That's what I'm perceiving. Maybe it's because I'm a little stuffed up. Maybe it's because I'm from Minnesota. I don't know. But immediately when I smelt it, of course I haven't done this one yet. Though this is completely different.
Oh, this one is good shit.
Oh my God! Yeah, you can tell that
Just by the nose. Yeah, I got to check this one in. Pardon me.
Can you imagine if I would have been you for my first brew review? I kind of wish I would have. You know why I'm not? Because I feel like I've fallen so far off the cliff. It's irrelevant for me to try to tell you what I think about grain belt. Okay, I'm there. I'll get through. After that Rich guy. Bad says, "Cheers, Rich." Cheers, Bad. Oh, no, if I had that phone, I would just send Bad a picture of me and you.
This is actually aged in rye whiskey barrels. They're not just whiskey barrels.
Oh, I'm lying. You know what? I can get to
I've got to move these.
I can get to him via an electronics device that's not signed in, because in case you didn't know, the real name. What do you see last?
Oh, this nose is incredible.
If the camera is not a filthy mess, the front camera on this sucks. Oh no, it's not actually all that bad. Okay, Bad, whoever that guy is, says, howdy, Clovers. Then he says, that looks awful similar to your basement. Then he says, where's Norm? Smile money. Cheers, Clovers. Made it to riches. How does he know that? Bad says, hey, coach. Have you had this yet?
Oh yeah, I took a little sip. It's definitely an improvement over this one. And the nose just blows me away.
Did I say 8 or 8.5?
Said 8.5 on that one.
Okay. It's been like 5 seconds ago. Okay.
That got me badges.
Now this has nothing in it that makes me think of apple peels.
Yeah, they aged it out of there.
This has a really nice second flavor of a really heavy vanilla.
Yeah. It's definitely an improvement over the taste of the first one.
But how come
It's the same beer. They just aged it in a rye barrel.
there's no hint of vanilla to me in this?
No, I didn't think so either. Pretty good.
Well, I hate to hand out those 10s because I'm just a greedy bitch. But I would at least go I'd go a whole 1 over that guy and give this a 9.5. Actually, why don't we I'd go a 9.8.
Rounded up from 9.75 because there's no pennies anymore.
I got rid of those. Wow, that is
I like this.
this is
Definitely going to have to go back and see if I can get more. Sharing this one with you was not fun. It shows you how much of a friend you are to me.
Hey Eric, what, Rich?
I like it.
Tastes good. Oh. Yeah, seriously, not 9.5 is not
You probably like the Whiskey Rebellion ones too, then.
is not fair. I don't want to give it a 10. I'll give it a 9.9.
Okay.
Maybe I'd give it a 10.
I'm not sure it's Vetus, but
It's what?
Vetus. I should have grabbed some of that too.
I don't even know why. There's nothing why I gave that a 10.
It was just the beginning of your
It was just,
letting go.
and the thing is I every now and then Keyport has some, and people like you and NIHAP will just like send me some every now and then. Here, don't have to review it, just enjoy it. There's just, I don't know what the hell it is about it, but it's so
a very good beer.
It's so smooth, and so that's right. My work actually wasn't done here.
Epitomizes why the Germans are known for good beer.
I have to see what was hidden from me. Salty said, "Double naked club time." That was hidden, and.
They love to hide his naked, don't they?
See, I haven't clicked this. If that's not Mr. 27, I'll give you a back rub. Uh-oh. It's always Mr. 27. Bad, god damn it. I hate you right now. And pass the Vaseline. Bad says, walked into the club naked, left with a lifetime ban and a story. Oh, God.
You're still welcome around here, Bad.
Mike, I can't remember the 2 flashlights that I liked you said I could have. When you're done with the review video, you'll send them to me, but it's okay. I don't know what translation is there. Sound like a greedy, needy effort.
Yeah, I don't want to sound like a needy, greedy, whatever.
Well, you do. That's what he said. I tried to defend you, Mike, and Rich said you're a prick.
But you live down near Spring Mill, which is one of the most beautiful places in Indiana. So, Spring Mill Park, love that place.
Surprise, surprise, I've actually never been there.
Their lodge there is just incredible. It's got one of those indoor-outdoor swimming pools where even in winter you can swim out into the cold air and then come back into the warm air. Pretty neat.
How do they keep them separated?
A wall and glass.
So you have to
dive under the glass.
Oh. I don't remember the flashlights either, but
I got a few flashlights, but they're not my focus. There's one.
Oh, Bad, whoever that is. I think that magazine might be a tad too short, like my pecker.
Okay. TMI.
Oh, okay. Check, please. We're gonna, yeah, get the valet over here. I gotta get my car out. Hang on. I'm heading to New York.
Let's top off a little.
See there? I just blew in my phone.
That'll be one of the next things to come.
I want to get another one of those. And of course, surprise, surprise, Matt told me a good one to get.
Voice of experience.
Like, who cares about the Amazon star rating if Matt says it's a great breathalyzer? Oh, God.
Get your advice from experts.
Oh, geez. When I rubbed my eye, I think I just turned my eyelid inside out. That hurt. Oh. Hi. Jesus God. 27 reviews later. What else you got in your fridge?
All kinds of stuff. I still got Christmas beers in there I haven't had yet.
Okay, well, I'm telling you right now, if it hasn't already gone over, it's very close
Like I
to.
said, I've still got 2 Whiskey Rebellions from Wart Wing, and I've got 2 Goose Island Bourbon County stouts.
You know what I love about using the phone is the phone doesn't break these up into it's one video, so it can go straight to screw tube. When I use the camera, it breaks it up by every like 45 minutes.
It's probably like 1 gig chunks or something.
Okay.
And we won't bore people with 3 more beer reviews, will we?
You have to bore somebody. Should we call Bad?
Emma just walked by. She probably gave us a dirty look.
Okay. Well, we can wrap this up. I'm going to hit the refresh button, see if there's anybody else in the club. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? Verify that Smile Money was the one and only person to.
I do get your notifications on Rumble. I just haven't bothered to go over there and cheers you yet. But
Hey, want to go live? Yeah, that's not what I wanted. I get so much crap. Rumble Studio, Rumble Studio, Rumble Studio. Oh, that's my bad. That's because I'm over here. And
which one was that on?
The one that we just reviewed, the one that we just did, that was on the original Captain. It was Saturday. I just decided to make that the backup channel on, mainly so I could have the booby girls. And I knew I was not gonna do a review yesterday. Okay, let's see. How do I? You gotta verify that Smile Money did the one and only.
I'm not finding any Captaindick Nozzles on Rumble.
Oh no, it's sorry. It's just B&E.
Oh, okay.
That one has been active since they deleted me in the real world.
There it is.
Do you want me to refresh and you can have the first comment on Rumble? Because Smile Money hasn't been
Well,
here.
it says there's one, but it says no one's commented yet.
Yeah, how does that work? One. Newest? No, I got nothing.
Try again.
Oh, look. Somebody named Rich said Smile Money suck it.
Beat ya!
Okay. This is kind of like Octomore. I just don't want to slam.
Yeah, I don't have any Octomore. I do have that charred barrel aged tequila back there, though, that you haven't tasted yet. Should I go get it? A couple of shot glasses. Snifters?
Before I turn this off?
I can. It'll only take a second.
Okay. I'll go back and double check if anyone else has showed up.
Be right back.
This week's version of Divorce Court. Eric should not have showed up. Just kidding. And what did you do to my volume? I gotta turn that off. You gotta turn that off. Okay. One last time checking the club. Smile money still stands. Oh, that's one of Jeremy's favorites. But I have not had this.
This is good stuff.
So every single time we touch the table, it makes a loud noise.
Say when.
When? Rich is like, oh, this is my glass. Let's try this again. God, I could immediately smell it.
It's this 10-month aged, which is a long time for añejos. Yeah, we need to finish our beer first.
Because we don't need a chaser.
Well, there's more chasers too. If necessary, more snits.
Yeah, but they're 10% chasers.
I might be able to find something a little lighter.
Probably best. Freaking wake up at noon. Oh, shit. Yeah, remember when I said I'd be there at noon? I meant 6. No, 8. Now that I think about it. Okay.
I got these specifically for tequila. These little snifters. Oh,
Wow. It's kind of like
lots of tears.
it's kind of like that high school girlfriend. I see a lot of cleanness going on.
Cheers.
Thank you, Rich.
This is sippable tequila.
Mm.
Nice, huh? It's not peaty, but it's definitely charry.
I was gonna say I'm like getting something off of that I don't think I have ever thought about when it came to tequila.
Most tequilas are not aged in charred barrels. I'm not sure what they're aged in, but it's not a charred barrel like this.
I think it's a cactus. He's like, I quit.
There's no hope for this guy.
What? Are you saying it's not aged in a cactus?
Triple aged in charred oak barrels to impart hints of vanilla and smoke.
Maybe that's what the first thing I get is that vanilla.
It's not a tequila to shoot. Although we still probably do have another lime in there if we really need it.
Yeah. Wasted. No, not you. The tequila. Yeah,
It's potent. And this is not expensive. This is almost half the price of something like Cabo Wabo.
Cabo Wabo isn't even all that bad.
Cabo Wabo was like $50 a bottle.
Yeah.
This is like $36.
Wow.
Nice for the price.
He said that. And I get extra 10 points because when you review shit on Amazon, if you use this, you get a bonus point. And if you say this about it, there's another bonus point. He said nice for the price. I get a coupon. It's good at Burger King between the 1 a.m. and 2 a.m. on a double anchovy Whopper.
Oh dear. Ugh.
You know what? When I took over my Domino's Pizza store in Oxford, we had anchovies. 5 seconds into being the manager of that store, that was no longer an option.
God bless you.
And whoever sent me the bag of freeze-dried anchovies,
I eat anything but sushi and anchovies. There are some sushis that are acceptable, but I just don't trust most of them.
Now I think, as full disclosure, I do sushi, but I think it has always been cooked.
But then it's not really sushi.
I know. I realize that. But I feel better about that.
I helped clean too many fish growing up and saw some of the things that are in uncooked fish that I don't want to consume.
Yeah, like, how did this thing live with that crawling around in it?
Mhm.
And now you're gonna... No. No. No, just no.
Back to the good tequila.
Ooh, Selma.
Yeah, there's no brew girls or vehicles in the background, just my beautiful piano.
I'm sorry. I didn't have a green screen. It's just a grand piano.
It's a 7-foot grand
It's just a...
with a German action keyboard. It's a marvelous piano. I spent a year visiting every piano store within a 50-mile radius of Detroit to find this one piano.
I have a German action at my HK. Does that count?
You understand why German actions are so wonderful then?
Okay, so who's the player? You?
Me?
Really?
Yeah, there will be no performance tonight, though.
Why?
I'm a bit out of practice.
How much did that cost you? Probably more than I paid for Vivian by 10.
I got a pretty good deal on it back in 92, 93.
Ooh, you've had it for a while.
Yes.
So that means you...
It survived
wait,
the
93?
move from
I was
Detroit
say
to
you
here.
moved it once.
Yes. And I was very picky about my movers, wanting to make sure that they didn't do bad things to my piano.
Good thing McLean wasn't involved on that move. You get a picture.
The marks would still be visible.
It's just a stain. It's... Oh my God. Time to go. Okay. I'm just going to put this over here. This is what I paid for my dream. I'm guessing that was a little bit more.
Yes. About 4 times.
Wow. What's the brand?
This is a Young Chang. It's actually a Korean piano. Young Chang had got their stuff together and figured out how to properly cure their wood by the time they made this one.
Is it maple?
No. I'm not sure what kind of wood it is, but...
Balsa?
No, definitely not balsa.
No, it's not balsa.
I've been playing piano since I was 6 years old. So piano is very near and dear to my heart.
Do not have a conversation with Christine about pianos.
I'm going to cry when we do move from here because I've got to let go of this, and it's not going to be easy.
Why?
Because we're going to downsize when we move. And I had to look for 6 months to find a house that this one would fit in. You'd be amazed at how many small houses there are in the greater Dayton area.
Well, you want to come over and play it in Christine's living room? You know what I get to listen to all the time? I should probably do the audio block on this. Her piano was lost in a poker hand.
Hmm.
So You can probably guess what parent that was. And she is very, very bitter about it to this moment in time. Personally, I wish I had an option because I'd get her one just to force her to get back into it.
There are some marvelous electronic pianos these days. Things like the new Clavinovas, and you can even do marvelous things with iPads with the MIDI inside the piano, and it's just amazing.
Well, this company is obviously so sure of themselves that they don't plaster it all over the thing.
No, it's in the under the drop.
I'm on the wrong side to do that. They hate this from Ghostbusters.
This is the low end.
I'm on the wrong end. Oh, that is a nice looking deal right there.
My only complaint about this piano is that you can hear the break between the big strings and the small strings where they cross over. It's audible, but it's not horrible. But the German interaction in the keyboard is just amazing. That was the main thing that sold me on it, because it's got the right touch.
So how did they resolve that on if you were to pay 10 times as much for a piano?
I looked at some that were more. Most of the ones I were looking at, like Kawais, were amazing, but they were about twice as much as this one. I could have enjoyed having a Kawai.
But how you're talking about being able to stop the
break?
Resonance of the...
I'm not sure how they do it. I think it's just a matter of they don't change the diameters of the wires quite as much at the break, because there's, the big bass strings, and then they kind of cross over the smaller, higher frequency strings. And it's at that crossover point where they're going from big strings to smaller strings that you can hear a change in just the way it sounds. I'll show you after we get off of there.
When are you going to do Smoke on the Water?
No.
Like to drive them nuts. Watch this. Get out.
I'm more of a for release. Love Beethoven and Chopin.
Okay. Nothing new. Oh, Cobra 3 minutes ago from right now. You know what I like to do is not heart the stuff till tomorrow.
You're such a prick.
I've done that to McLean before. It's like, oh, I missed the club. Uh-huh. Okay. Well,
it was a special edition club tonight.
Yeah, this was, I hope, is not a one and done. In a month and a week from now, I am going to be back. Maybe sleep in his driveway. I'll be back on an overnighter or a couple of days if possibly have a project here.
Mm-hmm.
What? You're already ahead of me?
A paying project. I love my Hornitos. It's probably still a little rough if you don't drink a lot of tequila, but it's a lot smoother than some.
I've had some pretty bad stuff.
I refuse to drink mezcal.
I've
heard too many stories about how it's made and how many, shall we say, bug components may be in it.
There's a reason the worm's dead?
Yes.
I mean, the reason the worm's in there isn't because they put it in there. It's because it was the cleanliness of the facility.
It's a quality control thing. If the bug doesn't fall apart, the stuff, the booze is not too horrible. If the booze dissolves the bug, then no bueno.
I really have nothing to go with that. Oh, look. Oh, look at that, though. Just kidding. Let's do one last check for the club. Nope. Cobra is the last one in it. 85 comments. Cheers.
It went up 10 from when we started.
Oh, did I get this one? Okay. Got them all. Okay. What time is it now?
10:17.
9 hours from now, I was supposed to be on the road, where at a bare minimum, 9 hours from now, I'll be at a liquor store.
Thanks for visiting.
Thanks for having me. And I'll see you on the other side. Record brew time holder.